Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Let's give it a few minutes for people to join.
Coordination.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Okay. Sunny, do you have the Etherpad to share?
Oh, apologies. I was on mute. I will share my screen as well.
Yeah. The agenda bash. SONiC booth. Okay. One summit, user summit, webinar. We get started. Let me ping Ashay offline on the training. Okay. Anything else we would like to add? Anyone would like to add to the agenda? Okay, if no, let's continue. Let's get started. Yeah.
Submission. And before we get started, I know Ryan, who's a new member, recently just joined the SONiC, and I think this is Ryan's first call. And Ryan, do you want to maybe quickly introduce yourself?
Yes, thanks, Sunny. Thanks for the introduction. So my name is Ryan. I'm from software team at Nexthop. Most likely in following meetings, my colleague Arthi will be coming to join. Happy to join and sort of just exploring how we can get more involved as a new member of the SONiC Foundation at this company.
Welcome.
Warm welcome, Ryan. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, let's get started. I think I haven't got a chance to notice each company's outreach committee representative. I will need to write an email to them to ask for participation. So coming back to the agenda, we have a few things to look to plan ahead, right, between now and the event happening. The first one is the One Summit in Europe, March 31st.
I'm happy to quickly give an update
Sure.
on that, Shin.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, we just or quick background, SONiC is sponsoring a booth at the upcoming Open Networking Edge Summit, also known as One Summit this year. And One Summit this year is going to be hosted alongside with KubeCon EU in London on March 31st this year. And we'll have a booth throughout the whole day during the event. And currently we just kick off the call for presentation. So the CFP, the deadline to submit your speaking proposal or demo proposal at the SONiC booth, the deadline is on February 16th, and we'll announce the schedule on February 26th. So yeah, if folks have any demo proposals they want to showcase at the SONiC booth in London event, please just click this link, and then we can collect your CIP that way. Any questions on that? On that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sunny, I have a question that I think one of our team members will submit for the booth presentation, right?
Awesome.
Very soon. The question is, if the deadline is middle of February and then end of February announcement, I wonder that how could we get a little bit early notice about if they are going or not? The reason is we have to apply for budget approval. Like if they are submitting, if they have submitted early, right, by this week, I wonder, does it has to wait until the end of February to know if it has been accepted or not, or we can have early notice?
I see. Yeah, that's definitely a valid concern there. The only thing is we have already announced the CIP deadline to I think I've already sent out email to the TSC and the SONiC broader community. So maybe moving the deadline forward, I'm not so sure if that will be fair for everyone. What's the deadline for your colleague in terms of submitting budget or travel approval?
Actually, it's the earlier the better if we get approval, and then she can get the ticket and all the hotel also in the better price. I wonder if I may suggest something like this. How many presentations we plan to accommodate?
Yeah, so typically a demo probably around 15 to 20 minutes, and we basically reserve probably like, let's say 25 minutes or even 30 minutes per demo. So overall for the whole day, we're probably expecting around 10 demos to be showcased at the booth.
If I may, right, just this conversation, brainstorm, right? Given that the booth, like people come and go, we could like have it repeated, right? Repeated in the afternoon, in the morning, in the afternoon, after several hours. We have like rotate the topic so that for people who didn't show up, was not able to show up in the earlier session, when they come later, they can get it, right? So by going that, for 1 day submission, for 1 day booth, I don't know how much, like also free ticket you can sponsor. Maybe even a little bit less than 10, like let it repeat the morning session, noon session, afternoon session, like 2 times or 3 times. Probably will gain a little bit better exposure for the each topics.
Yep, I agree. And
Right.
that's what we've been doing in the past, I think in the past event as well.
Right. Right.
And I think the biggest element here is that it really depends on how many booth demos that we receive in terms of proposal and how many got approved from the TSC. If there are more than 10, then we may not have the chance to have repeated session to accommodate everyone's demo. But if we have less than 10, definitely we would love to repeat demos throughout the day.
Right, right. Then continuing on this topic, then thinking out loud, could it be for the earlier submission, be earlier decision to see that if this is good topic for the demo, and then either TSC or outreach committee to make early decision, like not need to wait until everyone has submitted and to review and make a selection.
I see. That's something that I will need to check with Emily because she has been monitoring with the CIP selection process with the TSC. So let me check with her, and then maybe I can send you an email about it after the meeting if that works.
Right, sounds good. Okay. How about other people in the like in this meeting? Any feedbacks? Yeah.
Since there are 10 spots, it seems like if we get selected early, that sounds good.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah. Irina, I wonder, how about your company? Are you interested in submitting booth presentation?
Honestly, we are not considering one summit this year. I think we are discussing participation in OCP EMEA in Dublin.
Sounds good.
So we are considering one of these events, and OCP EMEA looks more attractive for us nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. We also plan to submit like for OCP Europe Summit. Yeah. Another question for you, Sunny. For the people who get selected the booth presentation, will they get the registration coverage?
Yes.
Ticket?
Yeah, for one summit we will be able to, and
Okay.
for OCP EMEA summit we are still working working on the budget and see if we're able to accommodate that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we won't be able to have a guarantee for the OCP EMEA summit yet.
Got you. And also this the path to one summit, does it allow the entry for the KubeCon next day? Or
yeah, unfortunately no. So that's completely separated. So yeah, attendees will need to pay for their own KubeCon registration.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Also that will any of Linux Foundation staff be in the booth for one summit?
Yeah, so we're still working out on that internally with our team. So ideally we'll have I'll possibly be able to travel to London, but since it's only one day, we're still trying to finalize where the staff will be there. So hopefully we can give an update soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Also, just a quick note. I know, Xin, you mentioned earlier about the price increase. If attendees decide to, register earlier or later. So the early bird deadline ends on March 16th. So yeah, as long as you folks can register before that date, they will be able to get the early bird rate. And after early bird, there will be just one price increase before the event.
Got you. For one summit, right?
Yeah, for one summit.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. Okay. Okay. Let me stop here. Pause here. Any other things for the one summit? Anyone has any other thoughts? Do you know when the conference agenda will be published?
Yeah, the conference agenda should be published somewhere in the mid of February. So pretty close to when our schedule will be announced.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Then I think one item we really need help is if that early decision can be made, right? For the booth, so that the participants can know that if they can start to apply for budget or looking for tickets for cheaper price. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
A sort of first come, first serve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, we can move to the OCP Europe Summit. Do you have anything to share?
Yes, I'm happy to give a quick update on this one as well. So we actually set the same deadline for the OCP EMEA Summit as the One Summit as well, just because the event is happening in the same month. So the call for presentation has already been announced, and the same deadline CIP will end on February 16th, and we're aiming to announce the schedule on February 26th. I believe this day actually also corresponds with the OCP May event schedule announcement date as well. And again, the CIP is alive, and you can use the same link to submit for both events. Once you go on the website, you will be able to select which event that you want to submit your demo proposal to. So again, SONiC booth we'll have a SONiC booth there in 2 days, and possibly we'll be able to definitely accommodate a lot more demo proposals there at OCP EMEA Summit.
Sounds good. Okay. Also, deadline is this, even though the event is in April, also the deadline is in February. Thanks.
Correct.
At this moment, I know that Microsoft will submit papers there, as well as like to the conference, as well as presentation to the demo, yeah, to support the event. Yeah. Notice that you are working on, you or Emily are working on the pass for the booth demo, people who demo in the booth, if they were able to get the pass. Yeah.
Yep.
And we want to have the dedicated SONiC workshop in Europe, as well as in One Summit. We will need to be focused the effort like in the OCP Summit, the second half of the year in US.
Yes, that's correct. And actually, RPN and I are working in the background and trying to still secure a co-locate event with OCP and EMEA Summit in Dublin. Just quick background, Stewardess has been hosting SONiC workshop in OCP and EMEA Summit in the past several years. And due to there is already a SONiC workshop, so OCP is unwilling to give us another SONiC workshop opportunity. And this is actually something that we like to discuss with SONiC board during the next board meeting, and see if there's anything that we can work with Stordis and the next step on that. So we can update the committee once we heard back.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Let me think out loud. Anything else on the Europe Summit? Any comments or thoughts? I have been there once. I think it's in 2019. It's around, I think it's around, instead of several thousand in US, it's around probably 1,000, between 1,000 and 2,000, the scale, like in Amsterdam, like happened in Amsterdam. Yeah. Have Ashe here. Hi, Ashe.
Hey Shin, I'm joining from a long time. So just
Yeah.
so the OCP summit, I was just checking on the OCP site. In all the summits, like which is happening in San Jose or other places, everywhere SONiC booth is there, or it goes in a couple of places only.
Do you mind to repeat your question?
Like I can see multiple OCP summit is there. The main one is happening in San Jose, I guess.
Correct.
In October.
Mm-hmm.
Others are EMEA in China and others. So everywhere the SONiC booth is there, or SONiC booth is only in the couple of like I am not sure where it is happening for the APAC for this year. Is it happening or is already done for APAC for 2025? Okay, in 2025, I think it is not happening in APAC. The EMEA one is happening in the Dublin, and one is happening in the San Jose, I guess.
Yeah, I'm happy to quickly chime in on that. So we are having a booth at OCP EMEA Summit, and we're also having a booth at OCP Global Summit, which is the main big event in San Jose.
Oh,
Yeah, and other than that, at OCP Global Summit in October in San Jose, we'll also have a full 1 day of SONiC workshop as well.
okay, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Good, good. Dublin is nearby. That's why I was thinking. I'm not sure. Okay. Coming back to the original question, Shin, you were asking about the training. Am I
Yeah,
right?
correct. Yeah.
Okay. So for training, Shin, I did not work too much. Last time when I was there was some discussion happening. After that, the last update I received from you as well as the forum is Saurabh is driving the training effort because they have done some work in Dell inside and he's taking the charge. After that, I did not get much involved into that. I had some offline discussion with Saurabh, but nothing got materialized after that. So I actually dropped the effort overall. So
Okay.
yeah, I was not actively working on this.
I see. I also remember that the training, the people in charge of in training in Linux Foundation, can you remind me his name?
Tim was there and few more folks were there. Initial discussion was happening about coming with the proposals. That's where we reached, which I presented in this forum last year, where we were trying to get some budget and the discussion was happening to, get the proposal and taking a sample from Stardust and start with the Linux Foundation folks, Tim and all with the base things. That was the last when I was driving. After that, this that didn't go forward, and then I got to know like Saurabh has done some work and he will drive it. Then I did not involve into that too much, and I also don't know what happened after that. There was some okay. I also remember in the last discussion, I think Sunny, you were also there, right? In the budgeting thing, the last piece was coming. They need to be a board member That was the main clause it was coming. They have to be a board member, and Stardust was not, I think. That's where somewhere the discussion was going on, and finally it got dropped. I mean, this is where till I drive, Shin, when I was actively driving this, and after that, I was not driving. But I will definitely find the email chain, which we were working with Linux Foundation, and if you want, I can update it or bump it again.
Yeah, please. Let me ask, Tracy or Sunny, do you remember where we are with the funding? Is approved or is it secured?
So the board passed the budget in November. So the 2025 budget was approved. I'd have to pull it up to see what was set aside for training. But the budget, I don't remember if you were in that meeting, Shin, or not, but in the November meeting, the budget was approved.
Yeah, I remember that budget was, sorry, don't remember the detail. I only remember the budget for the conferences, for the events. Training, I don't remember how much we proposed.
Yeah, I don't either. I need to find it. Let me see.
Okay, do you mind to help us? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. I just need a
Sure,
second. Let me just
sure.
see. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying
Okay.
to find the file.
Budget is
Um,
approved. Okay.
Yeah, so we had money set aside for a SONiC certified or tested certification program. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about training materials?
I think training materials.
Okay, training materials. Yes, there is budget set aside for training materials. That was approved in this budget.
Okay. But when we associated with this training, does it mention that who is leading that or
No.
Uh,
It doesn't, because the budget really is just what is the expense and how much is it? And then the board looks at all of those line items and then votes to approve the whole budget. But no, it does not specify who is responsible for driving each of these. That's a good
I see.
question.
I see.
Yeah,
Can you remind us how much is approved for this?
there is $50,000
I
US.
see. I see. The reason I'm asking is I don't remember that this budget is able to covering us from purchasing from existing material or sponsor people to work on that. Yeah.
So the last meeting we had when we were driving this Shin, that's where the bottleneck happened, I remember is some discussion was happening towards becoming a SONiC board member or authorized member for purchasing from some legal from the content perspective.
Yeah.
That's where we were moving. Okay, how much it will cost if we will build everything from scratch. This is what I remember last time. And when we were moving in that direction, okay, we will not get anything from existing, and we will go and build something from scratch. That was definitely costly, as well as the duration to build a content from scratch was a little bit lengthy. But uh, that's that's where I think the whole discussion reached, and then got dropped, I guess. So if we have some approved budget, then we can. And first of all, I want to understand also, is actually Saurabh driving this? We have to get confirmation from him also, because last time I understood he was picking up and signing up for driving this. So we need to get some confirmation from him also.
I see. Yeah, I think so. We need to pick it up there. Maybe we should send the email to Saurabh and team, ask them to come to this meeting next time. Yeah.
Yeah, and at least when one thing when I was driving, we were able to materialize with Linux Foundation team is they were ready to build things from scratch, and they were ready to discuss with us what content need to go as a base course. That will be the free course, the zero, and then and they they were ready to discuss about how much it will cost. So even if Saurabh is driving or I am driving or more folks from this forum is driving, I think we should target at least in 2025 first half, uh, H1, we should be able to lift something from ground if we have money.
Yeah, I think we need to make more progress on this and tighten this up. Yeah. Okay, let me write an email to Saurabh teams and you, Sissy, Sunny, and Tracy after this meeting
Okay.
about where we are. Yeah.
Okay.
If the money is approved, that I think we need
Then
to,
half of the
yeah.
problem is solved actually. Then we should move forward and finish.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions about the training?
Yeah, may I clarify who are the target audience for this training?
Everyone. So the target was that under Linux Foundation, we will launch a day zero course, which will be free introduction course for everyone. And they will be getting a digital certificate. Like there are a lot of free course, self-learning course are available on the Linux Foundation page for Kubernetes and other things. The same way SONiC will also go and we'll make it a standardized training course under Linux Foundation. And we will ask others to stop providing courses and certification, at least not courses, we cannot ask anyone, but at least certification. Then we will go and one level ahead and we launch something like a boot camp or instructor-led program where we put some certification with the questionnaire also. And then we make an advance. So this was the overall plan.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, this is exciting. Thank you for sharing this, Akshay. This is Kamal from Marvel. Nice to meet you, by the way. I haven't met you.
Hey, Kamal, we have done a lot of good work in this. We have prepared a proposal, worked with Linux Foundation. Some work has been done, but we could not close it. But I think this year we should be able to close it.
Yeah, I'm rooting for it.
Thank you. Yeah, glad to know. Yeah. Okay, but while we are here, like if we finish the training, Ashay, do you mind to share a little bit more on the SONiC event in India?
Yes, for sure. So SONiC event, you want to talk about the SONiC event which happened, or you want to talk about the SONiC event which is gonna happen, Ashin?
Yeah, this year, the new one.
Okay, nice. So we are targeting, so there was a lot of request from last year to make the event for 2 day. That's where I have submitted my proposal to all of you. I am not sure how much budget has been approved. Thanks a lot for support to Sunny and everyone. Last year, we were thinking that we will be able to do that in the given budget, but we had to go a little bit extra, and that got approved. And so we were able to do complete it successfully. It was one of the successful event. This year we are targeting to do on 3rd of September. 3rd of September we will lock it, and we were planning to do it as a 2 day event, but depending on the budget. Whoever came to the event, there were two specific asks which they wanted to see next year. One was customer angle. The real consumers and customers of SONiC should come and talk about how's their experience with SONiC, good, bad, learning, whatever. That was missing. That is actually missing from last 2 years. So we're thinking we'll add it. Second was the hackathon. They also wanted to make it the agenda a little bit light because right now it is going very tight. Lot of things we are just fitting in and make it a bit light so people can get more time to do networking because physical presence is almost like 130, 140, 150 people in a room. So they want some time for hackathon networking and customer angle. That's why we are thinking that if we can do this a 2-day event, second and third, but it's all depend on the budget, how much budget is getting approved for the India conference.
And
Go ahead.
okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tracy. I believe the board has approved in the event increase from 1 day to 2 days. I'm sure we can double check on that. And actually, in terms of the budget, we can share that with you via email after we checked after this meeting, if that works.
No problem. If budget is approved as last year, Sunny, you remember what was the budget last year? If budget is approved as per last year, then we will go for a 1-day event. But if budget is approved what we have asked for, then we go for a 2-day event. If you, I mean, we can discuss over email and we will plan accordingly, Sunny and Shin.
Yeah, this is Tracy. I'm just checking. So just bear with me. I'm just double checking.
Sure, sure.
I'm just looking up, hold on 1 second. Yeah, so we did discuss with the board when we were talking about the budget in November, taking the event in India from 1 day to 2. There is an increase in the budget for 2025 compared to 2024. I don't know if it's the amount that you asked for, but as Sunny said, what we'll do is after this call, we will email you the approved amount for the workshop in India. And then please let us know if
We will
that
be
works.
able, okay, cool,
Okay.
awesome. Yeah, sure. So accordingly, Shin, the agenda will change. And maybe next meeting I will come and I will share the whole agenda. Because next month we are going to start some initial preparation for this.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Okay.
One more thing I wanted to discuss with all of you. There was an open source conference in Bangalore last year where I am presenting SONiC from last 3 years. Last year they did a interview with me specifically for SONiC before the presentation, and today they did share the pre-read to sign off. After that, it will go to media. So do I need to discuss with anyone, Shin or Sunny, before I give them go ahead before it get printed and go public, or I am good to sign off that?
Do you mind to repeat again the first half of your
Sure, sure.
what you said? Yeah.
So the open source conference which is happening in
Right.
Bangalore, I am presenting SONiC there, Shin,
Right.
am I right?
Right.
Every year. So
Right.
they did interview with me regarding SONiC, and today they sent a document to sign off, which will go in printing. They have a magazine, as we discussed last time, open source magazine. Am I right? I
I
think
see.
interview will go there. So what I wanted to discuss in this forum, the document they have shared where the interview will be printed, should I get a sign off from any one of you from board, or I am good to go and sign off that document after some correction?
Yeah, I remember you mentioned the magazine, right? About the article.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I would suggest that we can help to take a look not for sign off. I think you can sign off, but if you send to like Sunny or me to help you to take a look on the content, just to proofreading, I think that will be great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I will
Mhm.
definitely share. I will email to both of you. You guys can have a look. I have a couple of days to confirm them. So if you can just have a look, and by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if you can, let
Right.
me know what need to be changed, then that would be great.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
yes,
sorry,
yes.
this is Tracy. Just couple quick clarifying questions because I'm not as familiar with the magazine. Are you signing a document on behalf of SONiC?
No, no, no,
No.
no.
Mhm.
This is
Okay,
just a interaction, like a technical talk with the representation of that forum. It was, and that interview talk they are just going to print. I'm not signing anything on behalf of Sony.
got it. And is there any budget required for this, or you just need to sign
No,
off on the content?
no, this is just free.
Got it.
I,
Great. Okay,
I,
perfect.
yeah, I go and represent Sony, and this time they gave me keynote speaking also. That was great. So audience was very good. A lot of folks were there. Footfall is also heavy. I shared couple of links in chat. One is for the conference, one is for the magazine. So I was just talking about how SONiC is growing and all. So this is just a casual discussion with the technical angle.
Got
To
it.
yeah,
Got it. It's just good marketing and PR. Got it. Okay, great. I was just asking because any documents signed on behalf of SONiC need to be signed by a specific person at the Linux Foundation, and then
Mm.
obviously budget needs to go through, any type of budget expenditures have to go through certain procedures. So my
Yeah,
apologies.
there
I
is,
just wasn't sure. I didn't
Mhm.
totally understand, but this is super helpful. Thank you.
yeah. And once this is getting printed, then I think we can use this on the SONiC page also. It will also good for our branding, at least covering the India forum, that this is a very popular magazine and forum in India. So it will also shine a little bit that side.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea. And thank you, Ashay, for doing that interview.
Mhm.
Yeah, feel free to share more info with us. I would love to give more marketing promo
Sure.
effort behind that.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. I think that's good. Great. Yeah. With that, I think we have a few minutes left. If we move to the SONiC webinar, okay, you already set up the forum to for the webinar topics. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't noticed that, so I didn't do any work. Like this is for the committee meeting, right? If you are interested in participating in any webinar, you can submit the topics so we can see how do we organize that.
And
Yeah.
one more quick thing to add there is that, so in the Google form, on the link here, it's just a few simple questions of the webinar topic that you're interested in presenting, or you're suggesting, and a few speakers that you suggest. And once we received your form suggestion or webinar topic suggestion, we can follow up with you and move forward with hosting a webinar on that. So if you have any good ideas, please submit it to the form on the Etherpad here. I can also share those form in the Zoom chat as well.
Mhm.
And we'll also share this with the SONiC TSC in the next upcoming meeting as well, and see if they have any topic suggestions.
Hi, this is Aarti from Nexthop. Can I have a quick question.
Mhm.
So one thing, and maybe the resources exist, but one idea as we have been trying to kind of embrace SONiC and do more, I think it might be good to have webinars or refreshers that highlight more common challenges for people who initially adopt SONiC and SONiC management, to reduce the friction, to allow more like seamless kind of adoption by more people. There exists a community, but often people have moved on to futures and furthers and features. Whereas if new people are starting on taking on SONiC, the support for that seems still very thin. So I think doing a regular refresher for more foundational things is something that might be useful overall for the community.
By foundational thing, do you mind to be more specific or help us to understand a little bit more?
Like, for example, common challenges that one may encounter when you're setting up SONiC test beds, as an example, or common repos and how to manage pull requests, as an example. Any of those, like kind of baseline workflows that may be well understood by most people who are already in it, right? But for new people who are getting in, there's still a lot of searching and digging through information to kind of get that information out. So if our goal is to promote this and make friction low and have more and more people adopt it, I think it might be useful to do refreshers or foundational type of courses of some kind, training.
I think that is either webinar or training session, right?
Yeah, it could be either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Sure.
Good point. Yeah.
Hey, may I know when is this webinar happening, or we are just collecting the data for now?
Yeah, we're just collecting the ideas for now. We're aiming to have a quarterly webinar. So sometimes in Q1 this year, we're hoping to have at least one webinar go out.
Okay, and this will be like a live streaming question answer, or this will be like a recorded version, Sunny?
Yeah, so that will be both. We generally find in Linux Foundation, we generally find live webinar, especially with a live audience Q&A at the very end for the last 5 to 10 minutes, receive really good engagement. So those webinar will be live streamed with speakers talking about whatever topic, and then once the webinar has ended, we'll post the recordings on SONiC YouTube channel and promote snippets of it from SONiC, LinkedIn, and the X channels as well. So we'll be both.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good idea. Have we done this before, or this is the first time we are doing?
No, we have not. So this is the first time we're doing. Just quick background. As we mentioned earlier, that especially in the first half of the year, we don't really have any big SONiC workshop happening. So we're hoping to have a webinar or a sequence of webinar to kind of diversify the events effort for SONiC, and especially webinar that it's really a live platform for anyone in the world can join. So we're trying out this year, and that's a part of the board goals as well. And in terms of what platforms that we'll be streaming on, we'll be streaming on SONiC YouTube channel and SONiC LinkedIn. By doing that, we're able to get all the attendees contact info as well, and follow up with them on further, webinar resources, SONiC resources, and so on. And also one other quick thing, in terms of logistics, the Linux Foundation team, I will be driving the logistics on that. So all we need to do in terms of from the community point of view is to just submit speaker suggestions and webinar suggestions. And Arthi, like you mentioned earlier, that if there are any specific topic around common challenges on adopting SONiC, feel free to submit it to that Google form and include some speakers that you recommend as well.
Perfect.
And of course, no rush on that. Just submit it whenever you're ready. We don't really have a deadline on this.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is good. I think we need to, before this goes live, I think we should let everybody know in advance so people can register and free their calendar. As well as, I think one thing we have to understand, and I think you will already take care of that, Sunny, is geographical locations coverage.
Right.
If we are doing multiple webinar, I don't know what will be the duration, but if it is 1 hour or something like that, then if we can do it sometime where, or maybe different webinar, different regional time, I don't know. So we folks from other places can also join in it.
Right, absolutely. I think that's definitely a good idea, especially given just how diverse geographically our community members are. So yeah, we're hoping to rotate webinar time, and of course, promoting the recording will also help to catch folks who weren't able to join live as well.
Good.
Okay, any other thoughts? I think that covers what I have in mind. Next meeting, okay, on Feb. Okay, Feb 10th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. Let me calling out aloud if anyone who have any other thoughts on the outreach. By the way, also there are like for next hub team, right? You are new that TSC is going on Thursday. Li Hua is hosting that. So we are covering different aspects of from SONiC community. If there
That's
is
on the 3rd of February, right? Not this Thursday.
not yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll plan to attend that. Thank you.
Right. The more technical stuff there, we also go to each other's meeting. For example, the review of hackathon and all these topics. Yeah. I think with that, if no more like topics or agenda, that we can return 8 minutes back to everyone. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you,
See you
everyone.
next
Thank you,
time.
everyone.
Yeah.
Have a
Bye.
good week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.